right, let's get this day rolling along. One of my all-time favorites, just no BS there. I saw this tour with Slayer, I believe, at the Orpheum. It was weird. We wanted to pit, and it was like a concert hall. It was still a hell of a show. And I saw this come across the feed the other day. It's nothing new. Looks like they just put out a lyric video for Testament. The time is coming. And, for anyone out there going like, hey, there's a reaction. It's got to be your first listen. No, it really doesn't. It's Testament kicks ass. I hear Floor from Nightwish is going to sing on a Testament tune soon. So it's a baseless rumor. I mean, something I saw over on X. I think it's real. And, taking a look at some lyrics from my youth. Because they haven't made much better music since then. This is pretty good stuff. This is awesome. It does make me reflect on the left-leaning individual I used to be way back when this album came out. And I agreed with some of it. Until I watched like social justice organizations embezzle from the people that donated to them. And I realized that grifter's going to grift no matter what the messaging is. So I'm going to go with the belief that you probably can't save the economic system anyways. I hear it's a moot point. I hear there's no chance of saving the dollar. So I guess I would, if the time is coming, I'd worry about those who align with a global New World Order, because I'm pretty positive the black cloaked authoritarian order followers aren't looking to impose liberties and freedoms on you. I just a couple lines I saw in there. And, I'm not sure who the enemy is. As always, this channel tends to believe that the enemy is probably personal to you and is not this thing you can define, put on a magazine cover, and then convince people of its truthiness. Right? We don't all fear the same things. And then some of us should fear things way more than we do and stop fearing things that we do because it's ridiculous. But it's all personal and mostly subjective. Yeah, no. Yeah, pretty sure that's true. Now, I do really like this song, and I'm saying, back in the day, Testaments was, there was a whole group indicting grifter religious leaders, the failing healthcare system, the political classes, war crime. I mean, it was all good. Until they rallied some of the troops, and then the troops would rather set up rape camps and drug dens, not, protest lines. But I digress.
No need to search for more questions. There for you to see.
I didn't notice this ever before, but I really like the sick and tired line. Like life itself is this drug we're addicted to, and I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Some change. I think that's the energy behind it. I'm just not positive everyone dividing up into camps has the same resolve. And then there's this idea that I would think that the world is going to positively need the ideas of freedom and liberty, independence, speech, and self-protection on a global scale. Because I think the time is coming where the globalists have to, now being pushed into a corner, really got to double down. I think we're going to see it. I think it's our lifetime. I think it's now. when this came out, the time was still coming. It was going to be another 20 years, you know, well, another 15, whatever. It's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while.
In time, I can't we live our lives? The time is coming. It's too soon, I can't quite tell. Oh, I don't know. I think my world has gone to hell. The time is coming. Life is finished just like a wheel. Oh, I don't know. That's the way that it makes me feel.
Personal opinions aside, I gotta say, Chuck Billy. I'm not a know my musicians kind of guy. Testament, the band, I love them, but I do think he's one of the strongest vocals in the game. And then didn't he I'm not sure. I don't know my trivia like I'm saying. I'm not going to pretend I do. Once again, like Floor singing on some power ballad, which I got to be honest, Testament wrote the best ballads of any. One just titled the ballad as well. But honestly, the best chill thrash band there was, and they're not hard. That's not they're right. It's just a few of their songs, but man, could they write a chill ballad? Just a just savoring it for a second. Just savoring it. Might not be a first listen, but I know what to tell you. It's not a last listen, that's for sure. And honestly, from what I hear, that ain't gonna be worth that much anymore. You better be thick up in BRICS currency or some crypto, maybe physical. But I hear that fiat he's coveting in that image right there really isn't the powerful image it might appear to be. And then it might be an illusion. It might be an illusion. I don't know. Could be nothing. Or, weirdly enough, it could be sometimes too big to rig. And that the corruption aside, gonna say that that's 100% viable outcome of the system working. Is it corrupting itself? But the people say, that part of democracy, not the illusion part where, it looks like you're voting for two different people, but one can only win. But a system where the hearts and minds can be swayed, because you got to start there. It all starts in our heads, right? I am looking forward to my opportunity to participate. At the very least, I know I'm trying to do something that's a lot less drastic than the step after it. I don't ever want the step after it to show up. Willing to engage in that activity if I would have to, because I certainly am not going to just lay down and give up. But I would think that that process there seems to be the most civil. I don't know, but maybe it's a much better way of dealing with stuff than, conflict. I don't know. Very possible. Time is coming, though. It's too soon, I can't quite tell. I don't know. I think my world has gone. The time is coming, Testament. I very much enjoy this album. Ain't no lie there. And my personal opinions aside, there's 90% of the tune that lines up because it's in the middle, right? Here's my problem with hating order followers. What do you just must hate the order followers on the other guy's side, right? Because it certainly seems, especially activists and weaklings with big mouths, when pushed into a corner, they want their order followers to protect them from the mindless hordes. So depending on which position and which side of the fence you're standing on, every other side is just zombie hordes and you need something to protect you from them. But their protection is scary and problematic? That's a fucking rhetorical question. Of course that's what it is. That's exactly how it works out all the time. That's why I firmly believe now that people with the coexist sticker would put down the one group they're terrified the most of, they would put down before they would ever coexist with. And the time is coming to point out them sort of hypocrisies and say, no, stupid. We're not capable of completely functioning, by ourselves. There's always that person who covets more, wants more. So it's weird how it works. And I think one of my main takeaways over the last couple years is completely realizing that I might have to align with a certain power structure to keep needs or rights fluid. I like to speak, so I got to side one way. But I don't think I'm supposed to just blindly follow. And I think right now, at least at this time in history, at least some of the thought leaders on the side I follow are willing to answer to the questions being posed to them. I look the other way and I see a lot of talking points that I'm supposed to buy into. And then I get right back to my order follower speech, rant, discussion, question. Well, I'm supposed to just believe you because you say this is true and your force is better than their force. How about fuck anyone who wants to wield force on another human being and start there? So every time you have to destroy your enemies, not understand where they went wrong, and you failed. Or we could just fuck this process. Fuck that process and go to step 2. The problem is half the kids nowadays can't even pull their ass out of their phone. They're not going to be able to protect their own ass in the line of fire. So, the time is coming to maybe, work on the system for real and stop being crybaby bitches growing into camps opposed to each other when the simple truth is our simple fact of being alive, breathing creatures makes us more in connection and, connected to each other than apart from each other. And maybe it's time to wake up to the idea that someone has manipulated those feelings to get you all riled up. But did they really tell you the truth? I don't know. Testament, time is coming. That was fun.